with you. It's loud in here, Ronald. It's got the atmosphere. This is a big day for both of these clubs.
Yes, like you said, Dan, it is a round of 16 ENBL. Winner go home for both of these teams. A lot at stake for both of these different organizations.
Well, the winner will go and play Dinamo Zagreb after Pristina pulled out. So that could be a Zagreb derby, or it could be a return trip to Dinamo for Manchester, who won there in the regular season. This is the starting five for the visitors from Dubrava, who have been in this country already once this season, playing up in Newcastle. The Eagles beat them on that occasion back in January, 82-77, so they will want to right the ship against another British opponent.
100%. I mean, this has been a team in Dubrava who hasn't had their best success on the road so far in this ENBL campaign, but none of that matters here tonight with this winner go home at stake for both of these teams. So looking to see a good performance here this evening.
The usual starting five for Manchester, as it has been in recent weeks domestically. The 2-5s making their way out on court. You mentioned Dubrava's road record. Every single game they've played in ENBL has been won by the home team. Manchester will hope that continues here tonight. Our three officials, the crew chief, Bogna Podkowinska from Poland, Jonathan Vickerstaff from the UK, and Marko Stankovic from Croatia. The fives are out there, the ball is up, and we are underway, and it is Manchester who will get the opening possession of this contest. Manchester have been really good at home. They've really shot the three ball well in this competition, and right on cue, out of Ducati with the first look, but it doesn't go.
Yeah, it doesn't go, but a good opening possession there by Manchester. Obviously, the ball moving side to side there and getting out of Ducati. A nice look from three.
Nice quick attack by Gnedic, but he's met at the rim by Nicholson. Smith finds Irvin, and he lays it in for two.
Defense leading to offense there for Manchester. What a block there. And an easy two-point finish there by Zach Irvin on the other end.
Right for Dubrava, around the screen. Pulls up at the elbow and hits the bottom of the net.
What a beautiful jump shot there from Wright. Coming into this game, obviously being a big key to what Dubrava does.
Smith with the step back. First triple of the game.
And P.J. Smith Jr. is somebody that can fill the stat sheet up very well, as we saw last week in domestic play against the London Lions.
Both these teams coming off domestic wins. Cedevita Jr. beaten in the last game for Dubrava. Manchester won a couple of games last week, away at London, as Ron mentioned, and here against Caledonia, to come in good form after the international break. Added to Cassie out in the corner for three.
That's a positive start from Adesukase. Obviously, we know that he can get it done on the defensive end, but seeing his shot go through, already 2 3-point attempts, he's ready and he's being confident early, which is a good sign for Manchester.
Right with that mid-range, that's pretty much automatic for him. They're going to have to try and find a way of moving him out of that spot.
100%. He looks very comfortable as well for Dubrava here with those first two baskets going down.
Smith getting to the rim, takes the foul. Roger Farah, the offender, so Smith will go to the line, but it's been a good aggressive start. This Manchester team has a lot of offensive firepower, and they've certainly tried to put the emphasis on that here in the first couple of minutes.
Yeah, and I think they've done a good job of just establishing themselves early in this first period. I mean, it's only been a few minutes into this ball game, but the pace that they play with is so ferocious, and it's something that Dubrava has to take note of here early if they want to have a chance in this ball game.
Manchester momentarily showed a little bit of full court pressure, but it's only Smith who keeps it up as Wright crosses midcourt.
Good on-ball pressure there by Zach Irvin.
Eventually, Gnedic is able to get away, turns it round. Perkovic moves the ball on. A little one-foot shot from Swartz on the buzzer.
That's good offense there, using the whole shot clock there to get a good look at the end, turning down a decent shot for a great shot.
Here's Jones. Pass is deflected, but it reaches out to Cassie. Smith for three. What a start for PJ Smith. 8 points already.
He's caught fire here early. He's doing a really good job of just letting the game come to him and knocking down the shot when he does get that opportunity.
Roger Farrow taking it in. A little too strong, but the foul is called against Matt Nicholson. So that will be free throws for Stellan Rajafaro.
Manchester Boston's first team foul.
Well, he only took 5 free throws in the regular season in the ENBL, but he's yet to miss one.
Thought you were going to get him. Thought you were going to get him there, Dan. Thought you were going to get him.
I don't believe I have any control over him making or missing. And he duly makes them both to keep that 100% streak going. Manchester with a 5-point lead here. 3 minutes and 15 seconds gone in the opening quarter.
It looks like they've gone into a little bit of a zone here, but
got to watch where the shooters are, because Manchester have plenty of them. Max Jones at the top of that list.
Manchester shoots the ball at such a high percentage when they play at home. And as of late, they've done it on the road as well.
Ajafero, Perkovic will try and get 3 back. That's off the mark. Rebound out to Cassie. Oh, that's a great pass and an extra one. And jammed in by Nicholson. Beautiful offense from Manchester.
What beautiful basketball Manchester's playing right now. Offensively, they're in a groove.
Irvin diving to try and steal that away. Gnidich just able to get possession, and the foul called against Irvin. But Manchester have the depth advantage in this game, so they won't mind a foul or two early on.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Odom would be upset with that foul at all, but however,
he'll be upset with that.
100%.
That is 3 of 3 for John-Michael Wright, and he is keeping his team going with 7 of their 11 points. Jones, oh, another great pass and another big jam for Nicholson.
The read, the reaction there from Max Jones on the perfect dime to Nicholson. What a finish.
Well, he's got a grin on his face, Max Jones. He enjoyed that pass. Oh, there's another great pass, but what a block from Nicholson. They still have it, though. Schwartz for 3. And what was almost a great defensive play turns into 3 points for Dubrava. Jones kicks it out to Cassie. He knocks down the triple. 23 points on the board midway through the first quarter for Manchester.
Manchester is playing fantastic basketball. Got to give some credit there to Max Jones, though, on the assist as he picks up a foul, unfortunately, as I was mentioning his name. But 3 dimes already for Max Jones.
Well, he certainly comes to play here today, Max Jones. And Manchester have, as a unit, I mean, the worry for Coach Cesar on the Dubrava bench is his team have given up 23 points in 5 minutes. That is unsustainable.
100%, and it's something that has to be nipped in the bud pretty fast if you're a Dubrava fan right now. It's something that Manchester prides themselves on. They play very fast, and they like to play in the open court.
I mean, Dubrava's 15, maybe 16 if this goes in. It's pretty impressive return for this time, but at some point you've got to slow the opponents down. Here's Smith. Jones running off the screens. Jones penetrates, gets all the way to the rim, and the foul is called. Rajafero, the offender, that is going to be his second personal foul, so little something to deal with here with Stellan Rajafero. Well, I assumed he was going to go sit down, but the sub is a little late coming in, so he's going to have to wait. He's got both of the fouls called against his team in the first 5.5 minutes of the game. Jones takes his tally up to 4.
Yeah, and if you're Dubrava right now, you got to be kind of mindful because they did travel with a small bench, which obviously means smaller rotations, but got to be mindful of the foul trouble that they could possibly be in with the, again, the ferocity that this pace is, that the Manchester basketball is playing with right now.
Cholak into the game for Rajafera. Here's Schwartz. Hands it off to Wright. Gnedic comes and gets it now. Chased by Carey. Gnedic around the screen. Comes back again. There's Osaboyan being that disruptive defensive player that Manchester fans have enjoyed watching all season. I think we might get a challenge on this as to which way the possession might go. It's originally been given to Manchester, and I think Coach Cesar has asked for it to be checked. So we will go to the replay monitor and see whether that decision will be upheld or not.
Yeah, I think it's a bit early for a challenge, but I mean, hey, this is a possession-by-possession game. It's a do-or-die game, so smart challenge for Dubrava.
Well, referee Podgowinska from Poland alongside Jonathan Vickerstaff of the United Kingdom at the monitor, checking out. Of course, they have to see something that would allow them to overturn it. If it's inconclusive on the replay, then they stick with the on-court decision. It has to be clear evidence that it should go the other way. I must admit, it looked like a Manchester ball from where we're sat. We're not too far away from it.
100%. I think it is going to be upheld. I think it's going to be Manchester basketball. I don't think it's enough evidence, but hey, that's what the video replay is for, Dan. So
yeah,
give us some time and we'll see.
Well, they've come to the conclusion, and it does stay a Manchester possession.
Remains the same. Manchester basketball. Ball key possession. Johnson to it back.
Johnson gets it into Smith. Johnson looking at Osaboyan inside. He might actually fancy this matchup himself. He does, and he knocks it down.
Dan, I didn't know if there was a dance studio here tonight, but I see a lot of dance movements going on that floor right now.
Well, we're all celebrating the Mobile Awards, so maybe we should get the DJ to play some tracks on that one.
What a move there by Jordan Johnson.
Well, he's giving up some size here down in the low post, and Cholak makes full advantage of his extra inches there.
That was an interesting possession there because you had Jordan Johnson on the ball, but you also had PJ trying to come over and help.
Gnedic gets one back there with the steal from Johnson. Cholak over to Wright. Wright attacks, gets all the way to the key, and the foul is called. And Wright, I think we'll go to the line, will he? Yeah, it is 2 shots.
Foul called on irrelevant Jordan Johnson. It's Manchester basketball making up substitution.
First trip of the game to the free throw line for John-Michael Wright. He's averaging 14 points per game in this competition. He's a 93% free throw shooter. He's yet to miss from any distance so far today, and he's the leading scorer on his team with 8, and maybe in the game if this goes in, yes indeed, with 9.
Yeah, he's already halfway to his total on this campaign, on this ENBL campaign. He's doing a fantastic job in this first quarter, keeping his team alive in this ball game.
Well, very high-scoring game here in Manchester. 27-20. We've still 3 minutes left. Johnson's in a terrible spot, trapped and stolen away. Gnedic will lay it in for 2. And a timeout is going to be called by Coach Otten. And, well, he wasn't happy with that turnover. And Dubrava has cut it down to only 5. It is 27-22.
Yeah, the last 2 minutes, they've done a good job of just, not giving and relinquishing easy baskets to Manchester. The defensive intensity has increased a little bit forward. That was a smart trap there. Obviously, Jordan Johnson been a bit careless with the basketball in that situation, but hats off to Dubrava for making those adjustments. And another thing that needs to be pointed out, I think they did a fantastic job in that review of the basketball where the coaches challenged. I think the team huddled up and did a good job there.
27-22 the score here at the National Basketball Performance Center in Manchester. 2 teams in the playoffs of the ENBL for the first time. And it is another team from Zagreb who have waited for them. Dinamo through. Manchester have already been there once, and obviously it'd be a Zagreb derby if Dubrava to win. Here they come with Wright. Skip pass right across court to Cholak. It's good positioning underneath. There's a foul there as well. Ended up not being a great foul. Skific was underneath and Johnson had his hand in. I think he was trying to commit the foul on the floor, but then he left it in there to commit it for an and 1.
Yeah, just a bad foul there. If you want to foul there, I think you have to just not let him get a shot up at all. Needless to say, Jordan Johnson's going to the bench right now as he picks up his second foul.
So both teams now with a player on 2 fouls. Manchester, their lead is down now to only 2 as Skific converts the and 1. 52 points on the board. We've only played 8 minutes. Offense definitely winning over defense right now. Osaboyan. Oh, that's a good pass. And Smith ends up traveling with it. Got caught between a pass and a dribble, I think, there.
Yeah, and it looks like Dubrava just kind of eased themselves into this quarter. They finally woken up on the defensive end, getting some stops here in the back end of this quarter.
Roger Farrow back into the action. He's got the only 2 fouls that Dubrava have committed in this game, so he's got to be careful. Still here in the first quarter. Cholak backing down, ripped away by Jones.
Great defense there from Max Jones as he goes coast to coast here.
And that's going to be foul number 3 on Roger Farrow as Max Jones takes it right at him for the and 1.
That's one thing that Max Jones does very well. Once he gets in transition and open floor, he is a nightmare for defenses to have to stop.
Well, no substitution coming yet. Coach Cesar had a look. He's gone to his bench now, but 3 fouls in the game on Dubrava, all of them on the number 77, Stelian Rajaferra. And he's going to sit down. We might not see him now till the second half, I suspect.
That's tough for him. Obviously trying his best, playing hard defensively, but just caught in the wrong spot, the wrong times.
Well, they only have a 9-man rotation to work with here. So it's effectively 8 now. Sabic is into the game for the first time. Down it goes to Cholak. Vukovic kicks it out. Here is Sabic. First touch of the ball is off the mark for 3. Osaboyan loses the handle. Cholak comes up with the loose ball. Right. Sizing up Carey. Carey is a good defender, but Wright is a tremendous offensive player.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. What a shot there by Wright. And again, he stays perfect on the night.
He's taken 4 shots. He scored 12 points. A couple of free throws in there as well. Here's Carey in his favorite spot, but he overcooks the 3. Irvin can't quite grab the rebound. And Skific is able to come away with it. Šabić. Wright trying to milk the clock here. Couple of second differential between shot and game. Wright this time looks to attack, gets all the way to the rim and lays it in. What a quarter he has had. Last couple of seconds, Smith is going to try and heave it, and he runs down a blind alley. And what a quarter that was. Both teams ended up with 30. You don't see too many 60-point quarters in basketball, and particularly in a game of this magnitude.
100%. That's the best way to say it. I mean, both of these teams obviously know what's at stake tonight, Dan, so they're putting their heart on the line and they're making plays, but it's a 30-30 basketball game going into the second. Wow.
Incredible first quarter here. Manchester 30, Dubrava 30. We'll be right back after this break. Throw it out there already. I believe the record is 125 points that Tindersall put on the board in October. That is under threat right now with the score 30-30 here in Manchester. And I guess both coaches will be happy with the offense. Of course you are when you 10 and 14 versus 10 and 15. Somebody's got to try and get some stops here, though.
Yeah, I think that's the purpose of that quarter break. I think both coaches are probably implementing to their guys right now. We got to get stops, guys. We got to be able to stop the other team from getting easy buckets. But I think Dubrava's done a really good job considering they were the ones who got punched in the face first. And now it's Manchester's turn to try to turn the table a little bit.
Well, they were 11 points up, Manchester. But a 9-0 run certainly cut into that. And actually, Dubrava will get the first possession of this quarter and a chance for their first lead of the game. Šabić, Čolak, over to Wright now. Perkovic for 3, and there we go. Dubrava's first lead of the game, having been 11 down. And they are in front.
Interesting to see. Good screen and roll there. Asaboyan with a nice dump off to Irvin.
He's such an excellent passer, particularly from the high post. Asaboyan. If you're on this Manchester team, cut baseline, he will find you.
Yeah, he actually, as we spoke pregame, he actually leads this team in assists in this ENBL run.
Right to the rim, make that 6 of 6 for John-Michael Wright. He has 16 of his team's 35. Stolen away. Šabić comes away with it, has him ahead. Oh, blocked from behind by Asaboyan. Well, that's one way of preventing him from scoring.
Yeah, and that's a great hustle there by Gabe Asaboyan. Getting back in transition there, not giving up on the play and allowing anything easy at the rim.
Well, Asaboyan, after that big play, will sit down. So too will Smith as Nicholson and Johnson return. Šabić to inbound. Vukovic for 3, off the mark. One hand on the rebound for Čolak, but it goes out of bounds. Johnson ambles it forward for Manchester. Here's Jones in the corner for 3. Got it. Max Jones into double figures with 11.
And it seems like when Manchester needs a big shot, they know who to turn to.
And it seems like when Dubrava need a big bucket, that's where they go as well. Wright is sensational today.
I think he had his Weetabix this morning in England.
He certainly did.
Must have.
Second foul of the game on Jones. So Jones and Johnson both on 2 for Manchester. Rajafaro still has they've only committed 3 fouls, Dubrava, but they've all been by 1 player. Jones down to Nicholson, and he is rocking the rim for fun tonight.
What a great finish, but again, another fantastic feed by Max Jones, who I think, if I'm not mistaken, is up to 4 assists at this point in this ball game. I'm keeping track without looking at the stats, but...
Well, you need to be a statsman because they've only given him 3.
Oh, wow.
But there's been some great dunks for Nicholson. Oh, he goes all the way out. Vukovic putting it on the floor. You don't often see Nicholson diving out at 3-point shooters like that. Johnson gets it back from Irving. Down low to Nicholson again. Irving into the key, fires it up, back iron. And 2 Dubrava players chasing after it. Cholak comes away with it.
And the height on this Dubrava team is just extraordinary. They are very tall individuals.
Well, Wright is the one exception to that. It does feel like everybody else is 2 meters and upwards, but Wright is able to use his speed to get to the rim. He's 185.
Trying to do the quick math in my head, Dan, with the 185.
185, 6'1" in your money.
Okay, there we go, there we go. Thanks for the conversion.
Always here to help. Wright continues to fill it up. He has 20 points. We are 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes into the second quarter.
What's scary about this is I don't even think he's broken a sweat.
No.
He doesn't even look phased, tired. He looks like he's just in a flow state, as basketball players would call it.
Johnson, Wright, becomes the first Dubrava player not wearing 77 to commit a foul. Well, they could do with him picking up a few more, Manchester, I think.
100%.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming out. Oh, I was about to say, I don't think he's coming out of the game. Just as the coach makes a substitution. I don't think he'll be sat down for long. Kninic will replace Wright.
It'd be interesting to see where the offense comes from Dubrava with Wright going to the bench here early in the second quarter.
Johnson with the step back 3, splashes it. Well, Kninic is their leading scorer in this competition with nearly 15 points per game. So presumably it is he that they'll be looking to go to. It's he who's got the ball right now. Vukovic thought about the 3, put it on the floor. He's got the length to get it over Nicholson, but it's off the mark. And that is going to be a foul on Domagoj Vukovic.
Not a bad foul there, just a quick take transition foul just to stop the transitioning from occurring.
Well, they have plenty of fouls to play with. That is only their 5th foul of the game, their 2nd of this quarter. Jones. He steps back for 3 as well. That's off the mark. Rebound pulled in by Vukovic. Kninic. Cholak now. Kninic round the high screen. Slips it inside. Another rejection by Nicholson.
It's a very good job from Nicholson to just be in the right place at the right time.
Jones hanging in the air, wanting a whistle, doesn't get one. He's screaming at the referee. The referee does well to cop a deaf in there. Kninic turns it over. That could be unsportsmanlike. He is in front, I think. He might just get away with that because he was in front. And it is they're going to have a conversation. The original signal was a blocking foul. He was the last man, but if you are in front and not coming from the side or the back, it will be, in the rule, a regular foul.
And if you watch that last play carefully, the play before where Max Jones attacked the basket, he has to be careful there not to pick up his third foul as well on the technical.
I was a little surprised the referee let him talk as much as he did, I'll be honest with you.
100%, I agree with that.
Croatian official feeling generous. Maybe it was lost in translation, who knows? Edic with the rebound. Čolak out for three. Halfway down, offensive rebound, and there's Nicholson again with the denial. Well, Nicholson having himself a block party. That's his fourth of the game.
Wow. Seems like these stats are just all high.
Yeah, we're going to get some records out of this game at this rate. Šabić fires up the triple. Front eye. Scoring has slowed a little bit here in the second quarter, as you would expect. Johnson trying to thread the needle. Knidic comes away with it and added to Cassie with the foul. Knidic trying to turn that into a shooting foul, as you often see in European basketball these days, but foul was long before he got into the act of shooting. Well, I said Wright wouldn't be on the bench for long. Here he comes. Šabić, who makes way. And actually Smith will return as well, with Johnson sitting down. Johnson, one of the three Manchester players on 2 fouls.
Yeah, just a good coaching move right there. Just trying to protect your players a little bit with 4 minutes left in this second quarter remaining.
Knidic airballs the 3, and Čolak cannot prevent that one from going out of bounds. That was a long way short from a player you would expect shooting 45% from 3, a little better. Jones. He knocks down another 3. 14 points now for Max Jones, and that is enough for Coach Cesar to call a timeout. 4:13 to go in this one. It is 43-42. The score here in Manchester. The crowd really enjoying themselves. This is actually the first time in 30 years that European basketball has been in Manchester. It was the mid-90s the last time they tasted any European action. They have actually, the city of Manchester, faced Croatian team before Yugoslav team, as it would have been in 1987-88. Sabona came here to play Manchester United in the old Korac Cup in the last 16. It was a group phase there. They beat Manchester home and away. They topped that group. They went all the way to the final. Ended up getting beat over 2 legs by Real Madrid. That was a long, long time ago. And Manchester at that time were fairly regular European entrants. Vukovic knocking down the 3.
A lot of history in the building tonight. You can feel it in the air. It's a big game for both of these clubs. What a great ATO out of that timeout for Dubrava.
Well, Jones trying to find another assist to Nicholson, but it's broken up. Cholak thought about the three. He's got the size here over Smith. He's trying to back down. Smith does a good job. 5 on the shot clock. Needs to go up here. Just got it away. It's great defense from Irvin. Cholak got a hand on it, but Vukovic couldn't keep it in play. But Irvin did a tremendous job in the original defense. Skivovic had no room really for that shot.
And what a surprising sight. We have Roger Farah back on the floor with 3 fouls.
Yeah. Well, it's a big gamble with 3 minutes to go. Wouldn't surprise you if Manchester go at him. Here he is, trying to stay in front of Jones. Smith for 3, off the mark. Added to Cassie with the take foul. Cholak took the man who was caught. I guess the thing going back to Roger Farah coming into the game, if you don't play him, by the time he comes back, it'd be 45, 50 minutes in between him being on court and coming back, whereas at least if you can get him a couple of minutes and he can get through to half time without picking up that fourth, he's had a bit of a run, a bit of a game.
100%. I mean, obviously his impact is very large for this group, and his trust with the coaching staff is also very large, because at this state in the game, it is a very high risk, high reward type of thing, but I do like your point about that, just giving him a little bit of opportunity to catch some flow.
Well, one man who's definitely been in flow, Wright. Good challenge that time by Smith, and Wright leaves it short. Smith drives in. Oh, nearly got that to go on the rearrange. Eventually there's a foul.
And the craftiness of these Manchester guards is just so unbelievable sometimes watching. It's better when you're in person than watching from home, I'll tell you that. But what a fantastic move. Even just breaking the defender down there by P.J. Smith Jr., getting to the rim. As Irvin goes 1 for 2 there at the line.
But Ossaboyan with the rebound. So Manchester will get another go. Smith shovels it out. Carey short on the 3. Roger Farah with the rebound. Inside, nice pass, broken up. The referees looking at each other. They're not sure which way it is, so they're going to go jump ball, and that will give it to Manchester. 1:43 to go. It's only 14-15 in this quarter, so we're at the normal pace once again.
Yeah, both teams kind of cooled down a bit in the second quarter, but I'm sure both coaches would love to finish this quarter out on a bang.
And there is a bang from Smith in the corner. Nice assist from Ossaboyan, and a timeout is going to be called with 1:25 to go. Dubrava going to call halt to play. But it's been 2 very different quarters. The first quarter was all offense, everybody getting what they wanted. We've seen both teams being putting up a little more resistance at the defensive end in the second quarter.
Yeah, adjustments have been made by both of these teams, and they're high-caliber teams. These teams have been playing in Europe the entirety of this season, so there's something about just filling one another out, I would say, and that's kind of what we've seen in the second quarter.
And it's a very tight affair, as you would expect for a game of this sort of magnitude. It's obviously these two teams battle their way through the regular season. Manchester getting home advantage courtesy of finishing 5th. Dubrava were down in 12th, but that's only a couple of wins here or there. And the difference was Manchester were able to pick up some wins on the road to get themselves home court advantage here in this knockout stage.
That is exactly it. That's really the difference between these two clubs. Obviously, Manchester has been in phenomenal form in ENBL since about November-ish. They've been undefeated. They haven't lost a game. They lost their first early ones, but they've kind of found their feet there. Whereas Dubrava on the other end kind of win some, win a game, lose a game. And again, the road losses have been the story of this team for the majority of this campaign.
Well, they're trying to claim their first road win of the season in the ENBL, and what a scalp it would be here in the last 16. Cholak putting it on the floor. Osaboyan commits the foul, but it is the 5th team foul, so it will be shooting anyway.
That was a great action there. Again, their out of timeout actions are very impressive. Dubrava is. I mean, went to a Spain action with a little peel off to the right wing. Easy weak side pass and attack from there.
I mean, he was open as well, Cholak. He could have chosen to shoot the 3, but he saw the defender running out at him. Put it on the floor and got 2 free throws instead, and obviously moves Osaboyan on to a foul. Manchester with a lot more fouls, but they've distributed them reasonably well. If nobody else of the players who's on 2 gets the 3, they'll be happy enough by halftime. Into the final minute. Jones, a deep, deep 3 is good. Max Jones, 17 first half points.
I mean, he has fantastic touch, and his form is just phenomenal. Again, we spoke about it pregame. This guy is one of the engines of this Manchester team.
But those 3 points go right back the other way. Cody Schwartz from behind the arc. We're tied at 50.
Seems like every time Manchester throws a punch in this second quarter, Dubrava has responded.
Jones, I thought that was going up again, to be honest with you. Smith drives, kicks it out, finds Carey. Got to get it away. No time for a pass. And a shot clock violation. Carey had to put that one up. So 11.6. They were tied at the end of the first quarter. Dubrava with a chance to ensure they're not tied at the end of the second. Right. Around the screen. 3 seconds left. Trying to lose Osaboyan. He gets it away, and that will do it. The score's knotted up at 50 points apiece. What a first half that was, Ron.
I loved it. I mean, fantastic first half from both of these two teams, playing and fighting for their lives here in the ENBL playoffs, or round of 16, I should say. They've done a fantastic job of both making adjustments, and we have ourselves an even ball game here at halftime.
Well, even though the defense seemed to pick up in that second quarter, both teams still put 20 points on the board.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at a 50-50 game, 100 in combined points. So a lot of points have been given. So we'll see which team can come out and be able to get stops in the second half.
Well, the lights have gone down here. They're celebrating the MOBO Awards, which are down the road here in Manchester.
We've got a special birthday announcement in the house, and it must be a VIP, because I've had at least 20 people come up and tell me it's his birthday. So the Stockport Blackwings coach, Lee, is in the building, and it is his birthday. Everybody here in Manchester, on 3, say happy birthday, Lee. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday from everybody.
50-50 here at the National Basketball Performance Centre in Manchester. Daniel Rowledge and Ronald Blaine with you. I mean, that was just full entertainment. I mean, the game was unbelievable. Then we've got superstar performances at halftime. Fans have got their money's worth coming here tonight.
Definitely, definitely. And the house is packed tonight here at the National Basketball Performance Center here in Manchester. It's been a great first half of basketball. Looking forward to where action comes in the second half.
Both teams have shot the three ball really well. Manchester 10 made three-pointers in that first half.
I would say I'm shocked, Dan, but every time I'm on set here, they tend to shoot the ball very well. But on the other end, so is Dubrava, to be honest. 6 of 12, 50%. You can't complain there.
You certainly can. And obviously, we talked a lot about the foul issues with Raggio Ferra picking up 3 fouls in the first quarter. He made it to halftime. So it becomes back to normal, if you like. And Manchester, with 4 players on 2, maybe they have a bit more foul trouble to think about.
Yeah, it kind of evens itself out a bit because, like you said, Dubrava only has 1 player, whereas Manchester has a few that it begins to kind of become the focus point of your team if some of your individual talents is in foul trouble. So let's see how this third quarter begins and which team can, again, show their mark on the defensive side of the ball to kind of pull away in this ball game.
Well, a reminder that we're at the last 16, so it is win and advance or lose and go out here. Single elimination. The prize for the winner, two-legged quarterfinal affair against Dinamo Zagreb, which both teams are familiar with. Manchester have already been to Zagreb and beaten Dinamo in the regular season, and of course it would be a Zagreb derby if Dubrava was to get through. So whichever of these two teams make it over the next 20 minutes, it's going to be a fantastic quarterfinal. And then the Final Four coming up in a couple of months' time. It will be an exciting finish to this competition. We're underway. You need it for Dubrava trying to regain the lead. Here's the man of the first half as far as the visitors are concerned, Wright. But he stumbles through the key and throws it out of bounds.
And I think Manchester have done a good job ever since they made that adjustment of putting P.J. Smith Jr. on Wright. He's done a good job of being able to defend him and kind of just neutralize him a bit after that hot start in that first half.
Well, they slowed him down to 21, which sounds counterintuitive, but he was pacing for about 50 at one stage. Here's Jones, who's certainly been able to score as well. Smith loses it, but able to chase it down. A glance at the clock, sees it at 5. Creates the contact and will go to the line. Gnedic, worst of all worlds there. He got called for the foul and he's come up a little bit sore from that one. Coach says, oh, not happy there, but the problem is if you're the defender diving out and there's contact made, it always goes the offensive player's way.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just how the game is called. And during that in the meantime of that, the Bravos coach just got his first warning for a technical as well.
First one's good. 2 to go.
Smith will shoot 3. He's the second top scorer on his team with 13. Third top scorer overall with Jones on 17 and Wright with 21.
Those might have been the quickest 3 free throws I've ever seen.
Wasn't hanging about, was he? Gnedic looking to attack, getting all the way to the rim, loses the ball though. Here comes Ada Takasi, foul by Schwartz, and that's on the floor, and there was somebody behind him anyway, so it's a good foul in that regard to prevent the fast break.
Yeah, that's a smart foul there. Again, just nothing easy. Making Manchester take this offensive possession in the half court.
Jones. Irvin hands it back to Max Jones. Goes the opposite way to the screen. Cholak chases out to him. Ada Takasi spinning into trouble. Gets his shot away. It almost goes. Nicholson can't put it back. Gnedic with the rebound.
Yeah, Dubrava dodged a bullet there.
Right, Vukovic for three. Knocks it down, scores a level again.
A lovely jump shot there by Vukovic.
Smith added to Cassie, back foot on the line there. That will go back to Dubrava. Always amazes me how this generation still step on the line. I get the generation before because they were used to that slightly shorter three-point line, but all these guys grew up with the big three-point line. They're still stepping on that sideline every game. Vukovic,
I blame it on the shoe size.
yeah, that's what it is. Vukovic banks it in from up front. Not sure he called bank on that one, but they don't draw pictures in the scorebook. Added to Cassie, keeping his feet inbounds this time. Finding Nicholson with a great pass for two.
And Dubrava on the defensive end trying to throw a little bit of a zone look at Manchester. Manchester taking their time and picking it apart there in that previous possession.
Right. Oh, Vukovic threw the pass before he was looking because Cholak was running baseline. And Manchester will get it back.
Yeah, interesting to point out that halftime stats. Manchester were leading in the turnover category. And at this current point, I think Dubrava has picked up one or two, so kind of leveling itself out a little bit as this third quarter up.
There you go, just on cue.
Wow.
Both have been really good at taking care of the ball in the first half, which is part of the reason it was 50-50.
Yes.
Swartz for three. Got it. Dubrava back on top.
Manchester.
That's offensive. It's a great defensive play there from Gnidis just to get his chest right into the center of where Jones was wanting to go. And that is foul number 3 on Max Jones. Just a quick look at the bench. There's no movement yet.
And for the whole course of this game, Max Jones has pretty much been playing on 2 fouls. I don't think he's had a sub the entirety of that second quarter.
Well, he's going to have to play some defense here. Cholak misses. Jones gets the rebound. And Jones is bumped by Gnidis. That's going to be his second personal foul.
Yeah, they're starting to rack up in the foul count now, both teams.
Manchester will get it back from the side. Irvin fakes the pass, drives to the basket. It was just a glance, really, to the corner, got him free.
Yeah, and Zach Irvin, again, he's one of those players on this group that doesn't really need the basketball much, just letting the offense come to him, and a good drive and attack for an easy finish there.
Five on the shot clock for Gnidis. He's in all sorts of trouble. He heaves it up, misses everything, and Manchester come away with it. Jones running hard, drops it off to Irvin. Irvin loves the reverse layup, and that's why.
And another assist there from Max Jones. Great finish from Irvin. Defensively, Irvin is very locked in right now. You can look on his face and tell.
Right off the mark for 3. Gnidis trying to get the offensive rebound, and he manages to scramble it away. Cholak underneath, all on his own for 2.
Lovely touch and assist there.
Manchester.
3 ball from Smith is good. Tough one as well for PJ Smith. 17 now for him. He joins Max Jones as the leading scorers for Manchester. Vukovic rims out the 3. Jones pushing again. Jones this time to the rim and one. I think it was Vukovic reaching round him and committing the foul.
And what won't be shown there is the job that Nicholson did on sealing the big man and allowing for that passage that Max Jones to just walk through and get an easy N1 finish. It's the little plays like that that result in winning basketball games.
Well, Nicholson will get a breather right now. Johnson comes in as well for Smith. Jones at the line for the and-1. Well, it feels like 5 would be a big lead right now, the way they've been trading scores in this second and third quarters.
No lead is safe in this basketball game. You can tell both teams have enough on offense to get the job done.
Manchester did lead by 11 early on. That feels a long time ago. It's been pretty much blow for blow ever since, well, about the midpoint of the first quarter. Gnedic for 3, foul by Irvin, and he will go to the line. Gnedic is again slow to his feet. Irvin's not impressed. Gnedic is holding his ankle. The Dubrava bench are asking why it's not an unsportsmanlike. If you go under the feet, that can be called for unsportsmanlike. I couldn't tell whether he landed on Irvin or not, but he's certainly holding his foot, and this would be a huge blow. This is their leading scorer on the floor, and he's going to have to hobble out now.
Yeah, he's in a lot of pain there. There's no faking that injury whatsoever. And you hate to see that.
Well, that is a massive blow if he's unable to return to the court. He looks in a lot of pain over there on the bench. Lovro Gnedic has been averaging 14.8 points per game in this competition. He's not had his best shooting night tonight, but you know at some point it comes back to you. Cholak, who was substituted into the game for him, will take the free throws.
Second one's good. You get one more chance, even louder. Let's go.
Well, Cholak makes all 3, and Gnedic is getting a little bit of treatment. I don't know whether they're going to try and tape it up a little more or what, but the look on his face looks like a guy not coming back into the game.
That is true.
We'll see.
Open for the best.
Yeah, we'll see how serious it is. Here's Jones. Again, looking to get to the basket, and that's out of bounds. That'll be a Dubrava ball. Well, this time it's Jones's turn to look at the official pleading for a whistle.
Yeah, very shocked there was no call, but I mean, look, it is the second half.
Yeah.
This is a winner-go-home game, so the refs are adjusting to these teams' physicality and letting them play through some contact here.
Well, it was Roger Ferro who was in close proximity. It would have been his 4th if there was a foul. Vukovic looking for a 3 off the back of the rim.
And he's had his fair share of some open looks here in this third period, something that may have not caused trouble yet for Manchester, but possibly could. Oh, good hands.
And away come Dubrava. Cholak thought about the 3, turned it down. Vukovic on the trail, lovely pass. And Vukovic lays it home and ties the scores at 65.
This is a fantastic basketball game, Dan.
It feels like the team that scores last wins.
That's honestly how it feels, like you just stated. That 5-point lead didn't do anything for Manchester in that moment.
Oh, what a shot that is. Johnson firing it up over Vukovic. Vukovic stands at 208, 6'10 in old money. with a massive wingspan. He created the space and got the shot over him.
We've seen Jordan Johnson do that time and time again. He's somebody that can make and he will take big-time shots.
Defense the cry from the home fans with 3 minutes to go here in the third. Manchester up by 3. Skific trying to create in the low block. What a rebound that is from Cholak. And he finds Skific for 2.
It's tough there. What a rebound. Just the fight to get that offensive rebound, keep that basketball alive.
Well, that's going to be stolen away. Rajafero with the hand to knock it loose. And that will be a timeout for Coach Otten and Manchester basketball after that steal, because Dubrava have regained the lead. It's 68-69 here in Manchester.
This isn't the only game taking place in Manchester this month. Coming up on the 22nd of March, we have the...
Well, the passion in the ENBL hits a little harder this time of year when it gets to win or go home. Both of these teams trying to extend their participation in this competition for at least a few more weeks, both with their eyes on the Final Four in April. But first of all, they've got to get through this last 16 game. Here's Max Jones for Manchester, hits the 3, and Manchester back on top.
Max Jones wanted to foul there, didn't get it, but was able to get the 3 points instead. But can Manchester get a stop?
Cholak. Rajafero out to Skific. Trying to create some room, comes back to the hook, and there's going to be a foul in there. That's Max Jones. That's going to be foul number 4 on Manchester's leading scorer. No, in fact, it's Osaboyan whose number.
I think he got away with that. I think he raised his hand.
Jones was the closest there, but it's Osaboyan, and they'll be delighted to see that it was 3 and not 2 that was shown to the table there, because that's only the second on Gabe Osaboyan. Well, I don't know if Coach Otten related to that, thought, you know what, let's just take Jones out of the game for a minute or two.
Yeah, let's take the heat off of him a little bit. It's getting kind of hot here in this building right now.
Both free throws are good. Once again, the scores are level. We've been tied so many times in this game. It's 71-71. Johnson into the key, can't quite convert. Rajafaro, oh, he dropped it off. I don't think Skific was expecting it. He gets it out to Wright, who travels with it.
And I don't really know if that was an actual travel, but I do know that Dubrava got away with the offensive foul there, so maybe that's a make-up call for missing that offensive foul.
Well, it's that long step, isn't it, as to the point at which the ball is going down and the foot is coming up, is in close proximity to each other. Johnson looking to use his speed. He uses it to great effect. What a shot! Jordan Johnson. Vukovic just had a look of, what am I supposed to do?
I mean, he's hunted that mismatch a few times in this third period as he comes away with a steal. Oh, good hands.
Vukovic knocks it loose, but it's still forward. Adi Takasi has it. Adi Takasi lays it in. And listen to the noise in Manchester. That's the home team. In open court, open up a 5-point lead.
The fans are getting into it, Dan. The building is coming to life. Like I said a few moments ago, you can feel it.
It is getting really loud in here, even with headphones on and volume turned up. It's hard to hear you, Ron.
It is very.
But Manchester with a little bit of momentum. That's a good timeout to call there, even though you're only a couple of plays away from the end of the quarter.
100%. And like we've stated earlier and previously in this game, Dubrava has done a good job in their timeouts, coming out and being able to convert after the ATO. So we'll see what Coach has drawn up here And we'll see if Manchester can get one more stop and maybe extend this lead to 7 or 8 points before Elite going into the fourth quarter.
Well, it is 76-71. Don't panic at home if you are a Dubrava fan. It is not 76-37 as it says on our score graphic. But it is a game where it's felt like 5 points is a big lead. Manchester here, a stop and a score, they could take a 7-8 point lead into the fourth quarter, which would be huge.
Yeah, and with this game being one of those games of small margins and momentum, 7 or 8 points could be obviously the difference going into the fourth quarter. But more importantly, closing out quarters for Manchester is exactly what Coach Oaten probably is talking to his guys about. Let's close this quarter and let's take this lead into the fourth.
Well, 36.6, you would assume both teams will get one more go at it in this quarter. Right. Vukovic. Oh, did he just throw that away? He did. He looks to the referee to say my arm was slapped, but the pass just went straight out of bounds.
That's exactly what Manchester needed, a stop. Can they extend this lead a little bit more?
Shot clock is off, so they can take it to the buzzer. Well, Johnson's gone a bit quick there.
Smart, though. Very smart, drawing that foul.
And Vukovic commits his third. I think that's a little frustration that he didn't get the call at the other end as well. So Johnson will go to the free throw line, but it will at least give Dubrava a chance to come back the other way. There was almost a substitution there for Manchester. Jones got all the way to in front of the table before he was sent back by his coach. A little change of mind.
Yeah, just close the quarter out here. Putting a good free throw shooter at the free throw line.
I guess the theory being it's a shooting foul, so you're just sending Jones on to play defense when he's got 3 fouls. You don't want him to pick that fourth one up. Although Kyle Carey is getting ready to check in, and if you're sending someone on to play defense, he would be right at the top of the list as far as Manchester are concerned. He's an excellent defensive player, Kyle Carey.
Manchester do have 1 foul to give here, so keep that in the back of your mind.
Carey's not committed, and Osaboyan has, and Osaboyan uses that foul. That's going to be the third on him. Yeah, the kind of preferred Kyle Carey to pick that foul up, because it would have been his first if you're a Manchester fan, but they've done the thing they wanted to do, stop it. 7.4 left. Skific spins into a double team stolen by Osaboyan. Can he get it away here, Smith? He does, but it doesn't quite go. Well, that could have been an unbelievable finish the quarter for Manchester and opening up a double-figure lead. As it is, they have a 7-point cushion to go into the final quarter. It is 78-71 here in Manchester. We'll have the fourth quarter right after this break. Team gets even a 5-6-0 run. It will change the complexion of this game completely.
100%. In Dubrava's corner, you would love to see them take advantage of some mistakes that Manchester have probably made in that third quarter and make some adjustments in order to slim this lead and trim this lead a little bit. And if you're Manchester, you want nothing more but to put your defensive cap on and try to slow down this Dubrava team.
Well, it's been a great evening's entertainment here in Manchester, celebrating the MOBO Awards here on the 26th of March in Manchester and celebrating some unbelievable ENBL basketball out on the court as well. Manchester have the possession arrow here to start the fourth quarter. Boy, if they hit a 3 here and open up a 10-point lead.
Yeah, big possession in brewing here for Manchester as the pressure extends for Dubrava.
A big defensive possession for the visitors as well to keep on the coattails. Saboyan trying to hand it off. There's no handoff there. Oh, and there is Irvin as he always does, cutting baseline.
And like you pointed out earlier, Asaboyan is one of the best passers, if not the best passer on this team, and he will find the open cutter.
And Irvin is one of the best baseline cutters in British basketball at the moment. Wright driving in under all sorts of pressure, a late whistle, but I think it's the right one. If it's on Saboyan, it is his 4th personal foul, and that's another reason to wish that other foul just at the end of the take foul at the end of the quarter hadn't happened from a Manchester point of view, because Saboyan will have to sit down. Nicholson will come back in for him. I mean, Nicholson was great early in this game, wasn't he? Dunking it all over the place.
Yeah, also on the defensive end as well with the block shots. He had 4 block shots in that first half. So his defensive presence has been seen on display tonight.
Wright, who is still stuck on 21. He hasn't scored at all in the second half. And he still hasn't, as he misses his first free throw of the contest.
He's been kind of kept quiet. I mean, you got to give P.J. Smith Jr. some credit and some flowers there. He's done a fantastic job on him, as well as the whole defense. They keyed in on him and slowed him down a bit.
Well, he had, I think it was 14 of the first 30 points they scored, but just 7 of the 42 since. Here's Jones.
Good defense there.
Shot clock getting low. Misses the 3. Rajafara with the rebound. Wright. Down to Cholak. Has the size here, but Nicholson is ready and waiting for the help. Kicked out to the opposite corner. The 3 ball doesn't go from Schwartz.
Again, good interior defense there by P.J. Smith Jr., giving up a lot of size.
Oh, nice from Smith, but the shot is short. Ripped it through. Rajafara's in all sorts of trouble here. Black shirts all around him. And it's poked out of bounds for Dubrava ball. Dinamo Zagreb waiting and watching to see which of these 2 teams they will face in a 2-legged quarterfinal. Wright finally gets his first field goal of the second half to cut it to 6.
Yeah, maybe he was just giving himself a little bit of a breather there. Wants to get on a hot hand here in this 4th quarter.
Backhand from Johnson. Rajafara with the rebound. Stolen away by Johnson. Gives it to Irvin. Irvin, oh! For once, the reverse lane lets him down. Cholak trying to convince the referee that's a shooting foul. So it's a gamble on ones like that, because if the referee decides it's not even a foul, you're turning the ball over. I've seen it happen this season.
That actually happened earlier in this ball game here in this right corner in the first half. Eight
to play here in this last 16 game. Knockout stages of the European North Basketball League. Wright around the screen, fires up the triple, and here he is, here he comes. You said it's time for him to heat up. Right on cue, there he is.
Yeah, it looks like Manchester's taking their foot off the gas a little bit. This game is a 1-possession basketball game again.
Largely because of John-Michael Wright, knocked loose. Johnson keeps it alive, falls out of bounds, looks to the referee. They're up in arms. Boos rain down from the home fans. That is going to be a Dubrava ball, and a technical foul has been called, I think, on Coach Houghton. Yes, it is on the coach, although the bench is standing up as well. Could have been any of them. You know what? That was right in front of us, Ron. I thought maybe the bump initially was a foul. I thought the out of bounds was not a foul.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, that first bump obviously wasn't called, and Johnson wasn't happy about it and tried to take matters into his own hand. And unfortunately, sent Wright to the line, but he wasn't able to convert on that technical foul. So sideline out of bounds. Dubrava basketball.
He was 5 of 5 coming into the 4th quarter. He's missed 2 of the 3 he's taken here. But they get the ball back to Dubrava, so they can still level the scores potentially. Wright looks to attack, shovels the pass off. Perkovic with a little baby hook, cuts it to 1.
And Dubrava's on a bit of a run right here. Manchester haven't scored in a while.
Well, it's 8-2 in this quarter. Johnson drives in, but he passed the ball off. And I think some of the fans didn't hear the initial whistle because they were cheering Irvin's score, and they're going to be a little frustrated that it's an end-line ball instead. Smith for 3. Oh, what a hit! PJ Smith knocks down the triple. He gets a flop warning for his troubles, but it was a big bucket. Foul, hand-checking foul on Jordan Johnson. That's his 3rd.
And Manchester has to keep their composure right now. It is that point during the ball game where you do not want to let your emotion get the best of you.
Well, the crowd are right into it, aren't they?
Yeah,
We've
definitely
got the
are.
cheers for the defense. We've got the boos when anything goes against them. It's a cracking atmosphere. Rajafar inside, misses from close range. Great work from Cholak, but he can't put it in. Johnson running. Johnson to Jones. Jones out to Smith for 3. What a play from Manchester basketball.
That's big time play there. Unselfish basketball leading to buckets.
Cholak drives, kicks it out to Wright. Wright for 3. Foul is called. As, again, I don't think half the crowd heard it, but Smith caught Wright diving out to him, and John-Michael Wright will go to the free throw line for 3. Kind of needs these ones.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, Dan. This is a very important stage of this basketball game right here, because if Wright didn't get the luxury of getting that call, things could have got out of hand. That was a quick shot from him, but luckily he has the free throws to bail him out.
Well, as I say, he is 1 for 3, excuse me, in this quarter. He does have 28 points to his name, to be fair.
Yeah, what a fantastic performance he's put on. Obviously went a bit quiet in the second and the third period, but it's winning time right now, and he's showing up for his team. And unfortunately, it looks like Nedic will not be returning to this basketball game.
No, he cuts a forlorn figure on the end of the bench, Nedic, after that ankle injury in the 3rd quarter. But right now, trying to put his team on his back, is up to 30. Johnson, step back, 3, short, way short. And they'll, well, I was about to say let it go out of bounds, but Wright reached out to keep it in. They can get it back to a single shot again. Wright looking to create once more. Round the screen. Rajafara for 3. He wants a foul, nothing doing. Wright takes the foul at half court. It's only their 2nd of the quarter.
Second personal. As Manchester makes a substitution as number 3,
Gabe Osaboyan checks back in. Reminder, he is on 4 fouls, but no time to try to protect yourself here. It is winning time. It's the 4th quarter.
I don't think he plays like that anyway.
That is true.
He sees every play he's going to make. I don't think he thinks about potential consequences. Nice attack, and Jones to the rim, lays it home. Takes out a camera in the process. He is pumping the crowd up. Listen to the noise as he goes to the line for the and 1.
That's a big-time play there by Max Jones. Just, again, being that security blanket for this Manchester team. They have a variety of those guys, though, but he's just one of the few that can make those type of plays in this close, contested ball game.
25 for Max Jones. It has been Smith and Jones leading the charge for Manchester. They've got 49 between them. With 5 minutes to go here in this do-or-die game, it is Manchester by 7. Nice spin. And that is one way when Osaboyan's on 4. If you can attack him like that, Skific doing well there. Smith. Oh, Osaboyan with a bump there. Got to be careful with that. Ricocheted about. Osaboyan saves it in right into the front row of the fans. Jones off the mark. Osaboyan again on the offensive glass, but Cholak comes up with it. Leaking out in front is Skific. Off the glass, but he can't convert.
Good defense there by Max Jones. Not fouling, not bailing him out.
Johnson. Johnson off the mark for 3. They're going for the home run ball here, Manchester.
There they are.
4 to go. Skific thought about the 3, decided against it. Back to Wright. Wright all the way, and that will be the end of the game for Gabe Osaboyan, as his 5th foul has been called. A little shrug of the shoulders from him, but he will leave the game.
Unfortunately there, Gabe Osaboyan got caught on a switch with Wright, and Wright took advantage of that and is awarded with 2 free throws.
30 points already for Wright. Trying to cut it back to a 1-possession game. And he makes them like it's pre-game. He's in his warm-up there. He looks so smooth with those.
Yeah, again, he doesn't look like he's breaking a sweat. I can see the sweat on his arms, but he looks so focused.
Oh, it's lost by Jones. He keeps it in play, but he turns it over as a result. Here is Wright. Vukovic inside to Skific. Kicked out to the corner. Rajafarah to tie it. No. Poked away by Smith, and he comes up with the loose ball. Rajafarah, who unbelievably has made it to 3:22 in the game before picking up his 4th foul.
Yeah,
he had
insane.
3 in the first quarter.
He's done a magnificent job of doing that. That's a different level of focus.
He must have played 16, 17 minutes without committing a foul, having got 3 in the first 4 or 5. Foul is in the backcourt. That helps Manchester in terms of the shot clock. Reset to 24. Smith. Nicholson just poked loose. He's able to recover.
Both teams are in the bonus. So the next foul will send both teams to the free throw line.
Smith turned over. Vukovic with the steal. Finds Cholak running the floor. Cholak hard to the hole. Great finish under pressure from Jones. 1-point ball game with less than 3 to play. What a contest. Whoever loses this, well, they don't deserve it. It's been 2 fantastic teams throwing haymakers at each other. Foul, Vukovic, it's on the floor, and Vukovic is screaming at his teammate. He was expecting some help there, trying to shut the lane off. He's saying, I'm sending him that way. That's what we're trying to do. That is the 4th, by the way, on Vukovic. So Jones at the line to shoot 2. I don't think either coach has called a timeout in this quarter either, have they?
I don't think so either.
They're saving those two for the last 2 minutes because, like us, they think it's coming down to the final play. They both used one in the third quarter. Skific, here's Wright. Skific pumps on the three, puts it on the floor to the finger roll. It's back to one.
See, and that's where Boyne is very key. You got Nicholson out there trying to guard a three-point shooter and just extending himself a little bit too much there in that possession.
Jones, spinning baseline, gets it out to Adetakasi. Smith into the key, shot clock at 5. Smith, Jones, big shot, misses. Nicholson trying to keep it alive, but Rajafara with the rebound. 1:50 to go. Dubrava can regain the lead.
Good defense there by Max Jones.
Wright looking to go again around the screen for three. No. Nicholson with the rebound. 90 seconds to play in a pulsating game here in the ENBL. Who will have ice in their veins going down the stretch here? Smith kicks it out. Irvin, side of the board, but it's rebounded. Didn't hit the rim. It's got to go up. Jones on the buzzer. Oh, halfway down, but comes out. Vukovic with the rebound.
This is a fantastic basketball game.
Wright cycles back out. Dubrava again with a chance to take the lead. Rajafara inside. Skific spinning baseline. Gets into trouble, turns it. No, he doesn't. Wright gets it. Wright gets it up. Wright puts Dubrava in front. There's at least, they want to go a bit quick here, Manchester, make it 2 for 1. Do they listen to the crowd chanting for their team? Can they get back in front? Jones drives into traffic, doesn't go, there's a whistle in there. There's a whistle. Vukovic, his arms came down a little bit, started straight up, came down a bit, and Max Jones will go to the free throw line with a chance to put his team back in front. And that is the end of the game for Vukovic. 15 points for him. But Domagoj Vukovic will play no further part as he fouls out.
Wow. Just wow. And again, coach has to be careful here.
Yeah,
you don't want to put up a technical.
Vukovic as well is having plenty of conversation. It did look to me, classic big man thing, arms are up, then they go down, then they go back up again.
Such a bang-bang play, too.
Here's Jones, 7 of 7 from the free throw line today. He needs 2 more. First one is good. Scores are level, 92-92. How are your nerves at home watching this? They're shredded in the arena for all the Manchester fans for sure.
Yeah, you can look on the faces of the crowd right now. It's so much anticipation.
Jones makes them both. Manchester lead. 27 seconds. Dubrava can use 24 of them to find a winner. Wright goes quick, right through the middle, and he's fouled. I think it's going to be Nicholson that got him. But there's going to be 2 free throws. Neither coach has still called a timeout here. They've both got 2 to give. It's incredible, really.
Yeah, I was surprised by that decision, that no timeout there, but I guess Wright took it upon himself to say, I got us, coach. I'll get us to the free throw line.
Johnson comes in for Irvin. Wright needs 2 to put Dubrava ahead. There's going to be a substitution for Dubrava as well as Schwartz checks out. Perkovic returns. 11 of 13 today. John-Michael Wright misses the first. All he can do is level the scores.
These fans are coming to life here in this building.
He's missed the boat. Nicholson with the rebound and an immediate foul. An immediate foul on Skifish, but that is not the end of the world. Nicholson is about a 50% free throw shooter. It's not a terrible foul because you lose no time. You send what is Manchester's poorest free throw shooter to the line. There is still plenty of time here.
And you can see the thoughts going through Nicholson's mind right now.
Even if he makes both, Dubrava can still tie the game. He needs one at least. Two would be preferable for sure. Oh, back iron. Well, if I was Manchester, I'd line two people up.
100%.
Go for an offensive rebound. They've only got added to Cassie there.
But at the same time, be fearful of the transition that Dubrava could have.
He's missed them both. And Skific has the ball. 13 seconds to play. Dubrava looking for the win on the final shot. Skific attacks, shoots, misses. Irving with the rebound. Manchester get away. No, they don't. There's a foul. There's a foul. They're all on their feet, but there's still 0.7 of a second left. But Manchester are on the brink of history. 30 years since their last European campaign. 38 years since they reached the quarterfinal stage of the last 16 stage, of the Croatia Cup. And they are 0.7 of a second away from a quarterfinal against Dinamo Zagreb.
And how fitting. Max Jones is the one going and stepping up to the line right now to take these free throws. He's been a man of the game with an opportunity to ice the game right here.
Well, the impromptu timeout is because the referees have gone to the monitor, presumably to check time here, to see whether they lost any time. And that could be huge. If you could get it back to a second and a half, that gives Dubrava an opportunity. If these free throws go in, timeout, advance the ball. 0.7 doesn't give you too many options. It's a catch and shoot. It does go up. It's still going up. 1.7. This game isn't over yet, Ron.
This game is not over. But what was interesting to see was the Dubrava faithful over there. I don't think they huddled up. Coach didn't talk to him at all. He's just keeping calm over there. Maybe he has a timeout ready if obviously Max Jones.
He's going to have a timeout here. If Max Jones makes the second, I mean, there is an argument, say, miss the second. You wouldn't want to take the risk. But
that happened to me a couple weeks ago in the Milton Keynes game there. That is a possibility for sure.
Oh, he's missed the first, so you definitely don't want to miss the second.
Do you not?
Well, you might accidentally foul them on the rebound.
I don't know. I think he's missing the second one on purpose, you know.
Nope. He knocks it down. Timeout is called.
Oh.
They didn't realize. Adetukasi is saying that's all ball, but a timeout had already been called, and he didn't realize it. Adetukasi furious because that might have been a turnover. But it's a 2-point game, and Manchester have the lead, but Dubrava will be able to advance the ball into the front court. A 2 for overtime, a 3 for a win, 1.7 seconds here.
That's exactly what we wanted. This is a fantastic ball game. It's a round of 16. What will Dubrava do here out of this ATO? Mind you, they have been phenomenal at ATOs throughout the course of this basketball game, Dan. So we're in for a treat here for the final 1.7.
Well, we said it a long time ago. Who scores last wins. Dubrava could win on a 3. A 2 will send it to overtime. Anything else, and Manchester will be through. It's Roger Farrow who is going to inbound it. Do they put Nicholson on the ball?
They do.
Yeah.
It looks like it. It looks like it.
Put the 7-footer in front of the passer to make it difficult.
All eyes have to be on Wright right now. He is the high man for this Dubrava team.
He's running away from the ball. He comes back round. Oh, the defender slipped. Right for the win. No! Manchester are through. A dramatic game here in the ENBL. And it is Manchester who have edged it through. A historic victory for them to make it to the quarterfinals. 94 points to 92. Ron, what a game that was.
What a basketball game. I mean, honestly, again, like you said, it came down to the last shot. What a good credit where credit is due to Manchester, able to pull that close win out. But Dubrava showed a lot of fight in that basketball game, and it could have gone either way.
Well, Wright got open there. There was a little slip from the defender, and it gave him maybe a little bit more room than he was expecting, and maybe he could have had half a second to think about it more. But he'll be thinking about it all the way home. But for Manchester, a good season just gets better and better. They're into their first domestic cup final in a couple of weeks' time, and now they have a quarterfinal to look forward to against Dinamo Zagreb. And of course, they have already been to Zagreb once this season in the regular season, and they were victorious there. They went, they beat Dinamo 88-91 in early February in the regular season. So